Yeah, I was actually.
All right.
Guide. Yes, we got a question.
Correct. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have a question. The third verse is the direction of eternal time has changed. What does that exactly mean?
So direction of eternal time has changed means that certain things happen sequentially. Season is one example.
That's the season one.
Similarly, we find that birds behave in a particular way in the morning time and afternoon time and evening time.
Okay. So these are the.
So these are like with times, environment, people's activities.
That has changed.
So things have become disrupted. They are not like a regular one.
Okay.
Because time will never change in that sense.
Yeah, because time is Krishna and
it's very subtle, so it doesn't change. But what it means is
the activities of the things.
The influence.
Influence
has changed. Influence is not so regular.
Okay. And this is end of Dwapara Yuga, correct?
Yeah.
Dwapara Yuga. And those time, the duration of people is about 1,000 years, bro?
No, it became 100 years towards the end. Beginning of Dwapara Yuga is 1,000 years.
Okay. So as the time goes, and that will decrease gradually.
Yes.
So this was end of Dwapara Yuga, so should be near 100 years.
Yes. Like we find Krishna, Arjuna, they themselves stayed in this planet for 125
years.
130 years.
Okay.
So things had reduced.
Oh, reduced according to the age going on.
Because it's mentioned that 7 months passed. That means in Treta Yuga, 7 months is like 50 days. So I thought in that way.
No.
7 months like this also, same month.
Yeah, I mean, the duration of living being is 1,000 years, right? So on that calculation, I thought like 7
No,
months.
it is not like that.
Not like that.
See, Brahmaji's age is 311 trillion, 40 billion years. Doesn't mean that Brahmaji, he also lives like 100 years like us. It's not like that. Otherwise, how it would be an opulence?
Okay.
It would be an opulence only when somebody really lives for very long. So they live for very long. Only the calculation is like very less for them. Like for example, people who stay in Norway and other places. Norway is called a place of midnight sun. So sun rises or sets at midnight.
12:31.
12:31, like that time.
No, sunset 12:30, sunrise 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. So the point is like the duration of daytime and nighttime may be different. Sometimes in Norway it's like 2 days together you don't get 48 hours of days there. So that is according to position of the sun. Timings are different, but duration is same. Otherwise, how would it would be an opulence?
So duration would be the same.
Situation is changing,
It's like instead of having for us daytime is only 24 hours.
Yes.
Now for them it's like for Brahmaji it's 8.6 billion years. Then it becomes okay, night time has come.
So, you were telling about all the different explanatory expansions coming with Krishna. And then you mentioned something that Rupa Goswami says to Uddhava and Uddhava Gita commentary. What's that?
Uddhav Sandhi, there is a book called Uddhav Sandhi written by Rupa Goswami. There he had mentioned this book.
Oh, there's a book called Uddhava.
So there it is. Uddhav Sandhis.
Gita is different.
Uddhav Gita is a part of Bhagavatam only, 11th canto. But Uddhav Sandhis is a separate book written by Rupa Goswami.
Small book?
A very small book, thin book.
And he's saying it to Uddhava or no? Oh,
Krishna speaks to Uddhava.
What's it, that one?
It's like all the details come there. Uddhava's experience in Vrindavan.
Okay.
He was seeing 2 parts of Vrindavan. He was seeing the Aprakat Leela and Prakat Leela. So a lot of mysterious details are there.
What about Uddhav speaking the Bhagavatam to Rajanama?
No, that is not a part of Bhagavatam. That
That's
doesn't
not
come.
mentioned in Bhagavatam.
That is not mentioned in Bhagavatam. That is another Puranas.
So this 3 aspiration of Parikshit, I couldn't find it. Is in the first canto.
No. It's first canto.
I was also searching that. That's
Okay,
why I
okay,
was-
okay.
What does that verse starts from? Bro?
Punascha bhuyat bhagavati anante. You just put punascha bhuyat, it will come.
It will come the later
Yeah,
chapters.
We are going to discuss this verse.
Later chapters.
Punascha.
Just put punascha bhuyat, it will come in the Vedabhyasa. I am using Vedabhyasa.io, so I have not installed
He
Vedabhyasa.
meets the Parikshit Maharaj that before Brahmana. He reveals his heart on that section.
Okay, now we'll quickly go ahead. Otherwise, we won't be able to complete anything. इति चिन्तयतस्तस्या दृष्टारिष्टेन चेतसा राज्ञा प्रत्यागमद् ब्रह्मन् यदुपुर्या कपिध्वजा.
O Brahmana Saunaka, while Maharaj Yudhishthir, observing the inauspicious signs on the earth at that time, was thus thinking to himself, Arjuna came back from the city of Yadus, Dwarka.
Yeah. Somebody remembers why Arjuna's chariot is called Kapidwaja?
Hanuman is there, no?
Why Hanuman is there?
Because he brought victory for Lord Ram.
He promised to Arjuna that
Bhima.
Bhima that during your this thing I will help you.
Yes. During the war, I will shout very loudly and I help you. And Arjuna keeps it because he wanted to show, he wanted to get mercy of previous Acharya. That Hanumanji, you won battle for Lord Ram. Similarly, now Ram has come as Krishna. I want to win this battle for Krishna.
1916.
So 1916.
Sorry, what?
1916.
Oh, thank you.
So it will be good help because I remember a lot of verses. I don't remember numbers. I'm very weak with numbers.
Here they ask us numbers, otherwise 0 marks.
Not zero. They will cut half marks.
You're telling some other verse. Again, it didn't come. Second chance.
No comments. Tam padayo nipatitam ayatha purvamaturam adhovadanam abindun srajantam nayanabhijyo. Please read.
When he
When he got.
Which one is it?
When he got.
23rd.
When he bowed at his feet, the king saw his dejection was unprecedented. His head was down and tears glided from his lotus eyes.
Now it was like almost like confirmation that Krishna had disappeared. Vulakyodvigna hridayo vikshayam anujam nirpaha prakshati sma suhin madhye samsmaran naraderitam.
Being Arjuna very due to art of anxiety, the king remembering the implications of the sage, Narada questions him in the midst of friends.
Yeah. Now he begins to inquire from him. What is the exact reason? Why are you so morose? But we will find Yudhishthira Maharaj, he will make indirect inquiries. So two reasons are there. One reason is that he didn't want to hear directly Krishna had disappeared. And we'll also learn a lot of lessons from that. We'll just see. We'll learn a lot of lessons from that. So what I'll do? Okay. We'll go quickly now. Yudhishthira Kachit anand puryamna swadana sukhamasate madhu bhoje dasarhara satvatandhak vishnaya.
Maharaj Yudhishthira said, my dear brother, please tell me whether our friends and relatives such as Madhu, Bhoja, Dashra, Ara, Satvata, Adaka and the members of the Yadu family are all passing their days in happiness.
Yeah, so these are different clans of Yadu dynasty. Difference between Krishna's dynasty and Pandava's dynasty is that Krishna belongs to Yadu dynasty. They are called Yadavas. And Pandavas belong to Puru. So this pastime will come in the 9th canto, that Yayati asked to exchange the young age with the old age.
Old age. Son.
Because of curse of Sukracharya, he became very old, and he was allowed to exchange his old age with the young age of his children. So that time he asked all other sons. So including Yadu didn't agree. Yadu didn't agree because Yadu knew that Krishna is going to appear in my dynasty. So if I take his old age, Krishna's appearance would get delayed. And second reason was that Yadu was had a reason that unless until I enjoy in young age, how will I renounce in old age? So this particular concept has been now in ISKCON devotee, we don't follow that, especially brahmacharis.
Unless and until I enjoy in my old age.
Young age.
What is
How will I renounce in the old age?
Means where is the relation?
Actually, in brahmacharya ashram, people would learn the Vedic scriptures. Grahastha ashram, they would realize them. And when you realize them, then automatically you become convinced of whatever you have heard in the brahmacharya ashram. And then it would be easy to renounce. So even today among the Sri Vaishnavas, they don't allow you to take sannyas unless until you have gone through the Grahastha ashram. They don't have a concept like brahmacharya and then suddenly sannyas. So brahmachari, grahastha, then vanprastha and sannyas. So that is the regular way. So this was another reason which Yadu gave. And that is why he refused to accept the old age.
What is the first Krishna appearing in his dynasty?
Krishna would quickly appear. See, if he takes old age, till that time the father would enjoy and he doesn't have young age, he can't produce a child. If he can't produce a child, then Krishna is going to appear. It will get delayed by that time. Let us say his father doesn't again take back the old age for another 1,000 years. For 1,000 years, Krishna's appearance would be delayed.
This one arranged by Krishna himself. All happened by Krishna.
These all things happen by Krishna's grace. But at the same time, we appreciate the devotee's endeavor to please Krishna.
Yes.
And Puru is the one who exchanged the old age with the young age. And that is why Yayati, so he blessed Puru. He said, only your descendants would become emperors.
Is that Puru only? Puru, right?
Puru.
Next one.
Yeah, so the Pandavas come in the dynasty of Pauravas, descendants of Puru. That is why they were only eligible to become emperors, whereas Yadavas were not eligible to become emperors. They can just become kings.
Is that like Dhritarashtra and
They are also from Kuru.
They are also Puru.
So what was the other one, sorry?
Yadu and four more were there. Four more sons of
Yes.
Yayati were there.
So who's part of Yadu then? Who's part of the Yadu dynasty?
Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna, Kansa, not Kansa, Krishna, this Dasara, Bhoj, Madhu, Satvak, all the dynasty mentioned in this verse, text 25.
But the thing is if they're part of Puru was Marj, Yudhishthir and Parikshit and etc., right?
Yeah.
So if they were under Puru, isn't Krishna part of Puru as well then?
No, see, Puru and Yadu are brothers. Yadu is cursed not to become, that your descendant won't become emperors, and Puru's descendants can become emperors. So Pandavas come in the dynasty of Puru, and Krishna comes in the dynasty of Yadu.
So this is what's confused because why would Krishna curse his own lineage?
Krishna did not curse.
Yayati.
Gave blessing. Yayati gave blessings to Puru that your descendant, because you exchange my old age, that's why I give you blessing. That your son will be coming, they will become the kings.
Emperors.
Emperors. Emperors.
So who did Puru swap his age with?
His father.
His father. Yayati was cursed by Sukracharya to become old.
Maybe you have to read the whole pastime. Maybe after the class somebody can tell him lunchtime pastime, beautiful pastime.
That's what's confused because I was thinking it couldn't be the Yadu dynasty because if Krishna belongs to that, then why would Krishna allow his own lineage to be cursed? It doesn't make sense.
No, Krishna can allow.
Krishna allowed to be cursed to himself when Gandhari get cursed.
See, great devotees of Krishna can sometimes commit sin, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
So Krishna allows a regular function to happen. It's like, it is other way around. Although the dynasty of Yadu was cursed, by appearance of Krishna it became glorious.
Yes.
Not that no, because Krishna will appear only in glorious dynasty. No. Krishna may appear in inglorious dynasty and glorify the inglorious dynasty which will become glorious.
Yes.
Who was the father of Puru and Yadu?
Yeah.
Yayati.
Jayati. So where does Pandu come in between Yadu and...
He comes in that he is one of the descendants of Puru. After Puru there were many dynasties,
Right.
many emperors between Pandavas and Puru. One of them was Pandu.
Puru also become an emperor
Yes.
in old age.
No. Later on he got youngest back. Yayati realized that no, senses will never become satisfied. So he did tapasya, actually in the old age again, and did his remaining devotion service, went back to God.
Even after enjoying all sense gratification.
So that was his realization.
After Puru there must be Pandu as well as Dhritarashtra underneath Puru, right?
Yeah.
Because they're brothers as well. So,
Yes.
Puru and Yadu are brothers.
Yes.
Thank you. I was just shocked when you said Yadu being cursed and yeah.
Krishna can appear anywhere. Krishna can appear among the dynasty of hogs and still be the most glorious personality in the entire creation. He comes as Varahadev. Krishna doesn't depend on species, environment, anything. Suro mata maha kachit swasti aste vacha marsaha matula sanuja kachit kusli anaka dunduni. Please read.
Is my respectable grandfather Suresh Sena in a happy mood, and my maternal uncle Vasudev and his younger brothers are all doing well.
Yeah, so he's not directly asking about Krishna. He's asking about all other people. So there is like a fear of love. We find similar thing happens when Nanda Maharaj inquires about well-beings of other personalities when Uddhava comes in Vrindavan. Is Vasudev alright? He's alright, that alright. Because he knew if he starts asking about Krishna, he can't sustain himself. He would start crying. So that is why he asked about all other people before only. So that's the symptom of love. Saptasvasaras patnyo matulanya sahatmaja asate sasunasa kshemam deviki pramukhasvaya.
His 7 wives, headed by Devaki, are all sisters. Are they and their sons and daughters-in-law all happy?
Yeah. So Devaki and all other sisters, they were all married to Vasudeva. And they got children, sons, grandsons from them. Kachit raja uko jivati asat putro asya chanujaha vidika sachato apururo jayanta gadasarana asate kusalam kachit yecha satrujidadayaha kachitaste sukham ramo bhagavan satvatam prabhu.
Our Ugrasena, whose son was mischievous, comes up, and his younger brother still living. Are Hridika and his son Kritavarma happy? Are Akruda, Jayanta, Gada, Sarana, and Shatrujit all happy? How is Balaram, the personality of Godhead and the protector of devotees?
Now he has come till Balram.
Balanam.
He has not yet asked about Krishna.
Personality of Godhead.
It's not yet a supreme person of Godhead. Supreme person of Godhead would be mentioned for Krishna. So he's asking about all other relatives. He's alright, that is alright. Because that is actually Vedic culture. Vedic culture, people are very much concerned about each other. Like people in the modern age, they accuse people of the Vedic age by saying that you never developed so much of technology and science and so many other things. Now that is also not true, because in Vedic culture people will use mantras rather than using the technology. And other reason is also there, that in Vedic culture they knew that there is a higher pleasure on a subtle platform than on the gloss platform. That was why there was a lot of focus on subtle platform. Subtle platform means, I would say, it's like more of engaging your propensities. That's varna. That satisfies the subtle body.
Isn't the central platform still material though?
It is material, but
It's still
even in the material realm,
Right.
Vedic culture provides you a greater happiness, greater sense gratification than the gross one.
Oh, okay.
Spiritual is something beyond. It's like even better. That is available only in Vedic culture, not in other places. But even on a subtle platform, on a metal platform, there is more pleasure on a subtle level than on a gross level. Another thing is the pleasure of relationships is more satisfying than the gross sensual pleasures. So recently I was hearing that few devotees went to one monastery, not monastery, it's like a certain sect of people among